Have you ever seen people do absolutely amazing tricks with just a bunch of cards? Well, so have I, but most likely you, just like me, didn't take the time to actually learn a couple of tricks for yourself. Well, today is the day that I will redeem myself. It was already a while back when I saw, scrolling through YouTube in the usual manner, people doing absolutely amazing and fascinating tricks with just a set of cards. That's quite stunning. And as usually with these kinds of things, you get this huge burst of motivation and want to learn it as well. Only to forget about it for 5 years and then randomly, during one night when trying to fall asleep, your brain suddenly remembers, wait, there was this one very specific thing that you wanted to learn at some point in your life. So here we are, 5 years later, 2 sets of cards richer, but still full of motivation to become the greatest cardistry trickster the world has ever seen. Well, or at least that my friends and girlfriend have ever seen. But you get the point, so you better get ready for some epic tricks. As usual, I spent the beginning watching pretty much every tutorial on the basics of cardistry on YouTube and immediately noticed this would be a much longer journey than I had anticipated. I didn't want to overcomplicate things though, so I just went in and started with 2 simple looking tricks. The Charlier card and the Revolution card. The Charlier card works as follows. You separate the deck into 2 stacks with your thumb and then push the lower half upwards with your index finger until it passes the other half. You then let the other half fall down and put the new stack back on top. Dude, this is much harder than I expected. I really thought, okay, just... This was actually harder than expected, but after some time it started to work. Here's the weird part though. I'm actually left-handed, but this felt much more comfortable with my right hand. This shit is not as easy. Let me try with my right hand, because I'm a lefty, right? So left one should theoretically be much easier. Okay, goddamn! My right one is doing work, man! Ooh! Never mind. Nice. That was also the case for the second trick, the Revolution card. And it was truly a pain in the beginning. You start the same as with the first trick, but then you basically rotate the top half of the deck in your fingers before putting the other stack back on top. It was really, really hard. Why do you keep falling down? Oh man. Lift him up. Grab him. Twist him. What the f, dude? This card stuff is so much harder than I anticipated. Because I feel like I'm quite... Oh. But after a good sleep to give my brain some time to process everything new, it looked so much better. Yeah. In the next session I learned 3 new tricks, which were all not too difficult. The first one was the scissor cut. At first I thought my hands were too small to do it, but once again, after your fingers realize what they have to do, it becomes so much easier. Okay, so he has it in his hand like this. Then he lifts part of the deck up. Oh, and then pushes it this way. Okay, that's actually easy. Oh. You basically grab half the deck with your thumb, lift it up and put it back down on the other side. Let me try to do it fast once. Okay, that worked way better than I expected. Then it was time for one of my favorite tricks ever, of all the skills I've learned so far, the deck flip. It works this way. You grab the cards and put your index underneath so that when you release the deck, it starts flipping. Whenever the stack is getting separated while flipping the deck, you just have to do a couple of cuts so there is new air pressure in between the cards so they don't fly away. The next trick was arguably the simplest one out of all the tricks, but it still looks quite cool. The angel. You pick up one card with your thumb and make it fly before putting it back down. Oh my god, if that isn't a proper angel, then I don't know what is. That's it. Awesome, bro.
Moving on to the next tricks, I knew I would be picking up quite a lot of cards, because all of the following moves involve transferring one or all cards from one hand to the other in some way. One of them is the spring.
What does he do here? Grabs the cards here, just bends them inwards instead of outwards, and then yeah. That will take some time.
You basically bend the cards with your ring finger and thumb, and then slowly open up your thumb to make the cards spring from one hand to the other. But the hard part of this move is actually catching the cards without shooting them all over the place.
Okay. Dude.
It was not easy to understand how to make this work, but after a while it got better.
Dude!
And better.
And again, a spring.
The next one on the list is my favorite card out of all in this video. It's called the hotshot card, and it looks like this.
So, you said start the same as with the normal cut, and then you let the other stack drop instead.
You basically perform a Charlier cut and simultaneously pick a single card out of the deck with your finger and then flick it to the other hand.
Oh. How is he shooting out his card with his finger like that? But getting the card to the correct height to be able to... Okay, that was a little better.
Both the process of taking out a single card as well as flicking and catching it took quite some time to figure out.
Okay.
But I've really fallen in love with this one especially, since I can probably use it in the future for some magic tricks when you reveal someone's card. Now we move on to another stunning trick that opens doors for a lot of advanced tricks and mechanics, the Pharaoh Shuffle.
Most of you have probably seen it at some point of your life, but never really understood how it works. And let me tell you, it's not easy.
You're supposed to divide the deck into two stacks and push them into each other to shuffle them with perfect alternation.
Half of the stack. You move it down. You rub it against the other stack. And then fucking magically, it's supposed to just... I don't understand how this works. How is this supposed to work? It will never work.
But even after watching the tutorial, I still couldn't get it right without using a lot of excessive force. I tried and tried, but it didn't click. After some time though, I had noticed that by now my cards were really messed up.
Already know. Well, it doesn't matter. I've bought them for this purpose.
My other deck of cards was so beautiful, however, that I really didn't want to damage them, so I ordered new cards, and when they arrived, I was shocked.
Very clean and nice Pharaoh.
I had totally forgotten how smooth and slippery they are in the beginning.
Nice alternation.
After breaking them in, I practiced the Pharaoh Shuffle a bit more and nailed it pretty fast, pretty consistently.
Nice. See that? Perfect alternation. Perfect Pharaoh. So yeah, it's gotten quite consistent. I'm super happy with it. And that leads us right to our next trick.
So I moved on to the next trick, the Cascade. It looks absolutely stunning and is only possible to learn once you have mastered the Pharaoh Shuffle. You perform your Pharaoh and then grab the cards a certain way and let them fall one by one into each other into the other hand.
And then, by releasing my finger, I'm just letting the cards fall.
The catching was not as simple as I thought though, but after a little while I was able to do a not so high cascade. By now I couldn't believe I had already learned so many new tricks and I was already super happy, but there's two more that I would like to add. The second to last trick is a thumb fan. Everybody has seen it, but nobody can do it. And I couldn't either. It's all about the pressure of the fingers and the way you roll your thumb.
Thumb at the bottom center of the deck, and on the back side you either take your index or your middle finger and apply pressure, and then with the thumb you're doing the fan.
Also, it's only possible to perform with momentum, because if you do it too slow, the cards will clump together.
That it looks somewhat okay. I mean, I'm still not fanning half the deck. It's not easy to find the right pressure, like between the thumb and the middle finger.
I struggled to get it consistent and even, but after some time it looked like this.
Oh, that was a decent one. That was a definitely decent one. Nice.
Now it's time to head on to the final trick of this video. And if you've made it this far and are still not subscribed, then please take a second and click the button and the bell. It would help me out tremendously. Alright, now it's time to take a look at the final Sybil card.
To be honest, this shit is fucking hard, man.
This is one of those tricks that if you can do it properly, it looks really stunning. But if you do it as a beginner, it looks like this.
Have it this way and put it back down. I think I got it.
I understood what my fingers had to do quite quickly, but despite that, it still looked a little sloppy.
Grab it with these fingers. Push it over. Grab another packet of this packet. Pull it underneath. Display all the packets. And then put them all back. Hell yeah, man! What the fuck? Let's try it again. Grab packets. Z. Grab this packet from underneath, push it over, grab it with the other hand, pull it over, grab from this packet right here. Then we have 5 packets, put them back down, and then that's it. Yes, man, yes, woo!
But now we have all the tools we need for a little montage to combine some of the newly learned skills. So check it out.
To be honest, cardistry was one of those skills that took much longer than anticipated. But I really took a liking to it, so I will certainly be back for more, because one of the beautiful aspects about it is that the skill ceiling is almost limitless. But for the time being, I'm very happy with what I have achieved, and I'm happy that you took the time to watch this video. So thank you very much for that, and see you next time. Have a beautiful day.